Let's touch on this, Lisa. I don't know if I touched on this enough last time you were here, and you were kind of just talking about the passion, right? And this is your company, and we were talking about how at 23 years old, would you do it again? But then you can also get obsessed with certain aspects of TPG, right? And now there's this AI piece, but now there's also employees and managers and training them and kind of keeping from a personnel standpoint, keeping that going and not just talk me through what you've learned or how you go about your leadership style, how that has evolved, the training that goes on at the different levels. And let's just talk about like the human resource side and the personnel side, if you don't mind. Can you talk me through that?
Yeah. So it's a totally different business now. Being able to, we're on the other side. When I first, and in fact, when I met with you, we were just getting out into the market, and since that time, my businesses in terms of value has tripled.
Wow!
And it's been amazing. It's
less than a year.
Less than a year. It's really life changing. And the product has changed in terms of it's all tech. So we still have customer support and service, but we used to be a consulting group. And so that consulting is now like the icing on the cake, not the cake. So we have the need to scale. And now it's no longer the ability to say, hey, can we create a consulting moment? Now it's about making sure that everybody has really great satisfaction with the product. So leadership-wise and just the whole business-wise, grit stills, the 3 Gs still play in. They're still the major. In fact, I'm going to tell you that they're becoming even more important, not less, because when you transform a business from a consulting business to an AI tech space, and AI is moving at the speed of light, everything you do is going to have to be assessed so that you're even if you have a success today, you've got to be able to willing to double down tomorrow. And so the pace is intense. And so grit definitely plays into it. But I'd also say that the gratitude piece, really appreciate when customers are not just appreciating your people, but also appreciating your product. Because now it's self-serve. A lot of that, the product has to stand on its own. You're not going to have Bobby calling you every day just to say, hey, we're friends. Come on, keep buying from me. The product has to be there. So what's required the team to do is, and I'm really thrilled about it, is that they've all had to take ownership in the delivery model. So it's no longer, hey, we're just a small enough company where Lisa can run around talking with clients and keeping them satisfied. It's really distributed across all parts of the business. But one thing I love about this, though, and for Huntsville, is I originally came here, and you mentioned this, for engineering. And it's still a major reason that we found here. However, it's the secret to our growth, and really one of the things we love the most about it is we have a whole behavioral science and data analyst team. So think of this as people who are entering the market. Yeah. So right out of college. And this has been an opportunity where we're seeing great talent and a place for them to grow. So people who come in who want to learn how to do data science and go from a data analyst to a data scientist, our new business model lets them do that. Cybersecurity. It's a big city for cybersecurity. Well, we have a hefty deployment of cybersecurity models that we do, and make sure that we are working with all of the security protocols, because we're now taking in all those recordings. Right. So it's opening up jobs there. So all of a sudden, our business, which was kind of there were 3 roles, so to speak. It was a smaller number of roles. It's expanded dramatically. And so being able to handle and help lead people through a new design of what that role will be tomorrow, because it's never been done before. So is just game changing, but it also makes me kind of level up. I have to be able to see where we're going 3 steps ahead, not just the vision 50 steps ahead, which I've done, but 3 steps ahead to say, okay, what's the role that's needed to fill that gap that's about to happen that you don't see today, but it will happen. and how do we make sure that we assign and staff the right skill to it. So it's just changing how we serve. It's changing instead of being very prescriptive in what we should do. It's requiring me to actually be more visionary and more be able to describe more where we're going, the 3 steps ahead. So my staff can actually, my leadership can say, okay, well, this is how we can go serve that.